Hey everyone, again, Valentine's Day. Gonna be catching up on some kindness videos. First wanted to discuss the president's speech with the Prime Minister of Canada. I can't talk today. And now it's being made into all these memes and all this stuff. I'm not gonna try to make this a political video, even though I am a political person and I totally welcome intelligent political debate, but I think we've all kind of been inundated with this enough for the past, especially 6 months, but year plus. I mean, it's always a thing. I just feel like with every election, we get, and this is going to sound pretty idealistic, but we get further and further away from being Americans and more about whose side we're on. That being said, I'm not trying to shy away from anything here. I am not a Trump supporter. I did not vote for Trump. I was surprised that it even got to this level. I will be honest here in the respect of myself that's a little bit different than most people. I actually didn't mind Trump as a human being prior to this election. I actually thought he was an entertainer. I watched his show. I had heard about a couple random acts that he had done for people, and I wasn't opposed to him. I guess I didn't know that much about him. I could get into a whole long political rant ramble. I think everybody has their opinion. The speech that he gave last night, my face is still messed up where I got gashed, so it kind of itches. The speech that he gave, obviously he speaks in a very certain tone, so it's easy to attack that. Obama was, whether you liked him or not, which I loved Obama, but regardless of whether or not you were an Obama supporter is irrelevant now. He was an eloquent, well-versed speaker. He just was. Can never take that away from him. Bush was not such a great speaker. So that's just the way it is. So, Trump was largely attacked for that. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to comment on this while we're talking about acts of kindness and stuff, because I was reading a lot of online commentary when this was live streaming on another video circuit, that they were upset with how many times Trump used the word very. I doubt that was written into his speech. I can tell. I think that he's nervous, which is funny because being the public figure that he is, but this is a whole nother forum, thus why I was afraid for him to become president of the United States, but that's another topic. He is in office now, and there was a lot of protest against it, and unless something happens to change that, this is what it is. So I'm just, for myself, not being pushy about it, I'm just trying to sort out the content of what's in those speeches. Obviously, he's got writers. He's clearly nervous. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying these appear to be kind of what's going on here. And so I just thought it was interesting. There's all those memes today making fun of him when he goes to shake the Prime Minister's hand. But at the end of the day, the relationship with Canada is important. It just is. I mean, not only do we share a border, I mean, there are some immigration things that affect both countries. That being said, I'm going to stop talking about Trump by simply saying I'm not, me personally, don't love what's going on with the immigration bans right now, I guess we're calling it. I don't think it's anything having to do with what this country is founded on. I do think that people should be allowed to come here. Illegal aliens, I don't like saying that. I just don't. People here that are without consent, I think, should be given the right to be here. And that's why I started doing these kindness videos, because what can we do in our community on a local level that just affects our life on a daily basis when we can't control these larger than life things? So I'll get on with my kind acts for February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Alrighty, had to grab some coffee, as always drinking coffee. So February 2nd, it's funny because this has been a big exercise in patience for me. I had an altercation with a guy at a gas station. He wanted to comment on my butt, and I can take that to a degree. Like, you're never going to stop that. But I don't really love, and I don't think any woman or man, any person loves to be aggressively spoken to like that. And he was pretty aggressive, and he wouldn't let up about it. And when I declined his advances a few times, normally I would kind of just go off. But my kind act, honestly, was exercising some patience. And I did it for me to avoid a scene and to just try to be a kind person to him. And it's hard in that moment to believe that somebody deserves kindness, because he was like, why wouldn't you want to talk to me? He's like, we could get in my car right now. He's like, you're hot, and da da da. And I just stopped, and I really seriously was like, I didn't even have time to count to 10. I counted to 3 in my head. I was like, 1, 2, 3. And I was like, listen, I've already politely told you no twice. It's not okay. I don't want to be a bitch. I don't want you to continue to talk about my backside and ask me to get in your car, because it's not going to happen. And that's like as nice as I was to him. That was that simple. I kind of left him shocked. I don't know if you could really consider that a kind act, but I do, because I think that he didn't deserve for me to be that nice. But then again, you kind of get into the thing where it's like, well, who are you to decide who deserves what? He's still a person, and maybe I taught him a lesson for him to not go on and do that to the next woman. Moving right along. February 3rd, I ended up buying a drink for somebody. That was my kind act. It kind of came later in the day. And some of you out there that don't drink may not agree with that, or you might think, how is that a kind act? I don't know. I guess it's pretty debatable, but it was what I chose to do, and that was my thing. This person is not working. She enjoys going out. I didn't go out with her. I saw her out. And she doesn't have a lot of money, and she was kind of sitting there sipping on a beer, and I said, oh, do you want to have another drink? And she was like, no, I really shouldn't. I can't really afford it. I'm just about at my rent right now. And I was like, I got it. And I was really, we sat there and BS, because it's someone I like, that I know. And I think maybe the drink kind of bound us together for extra conversation. But I think she likes to go out and have a drink here and there, and couldn't afford it, and I did it, and that was my kind act for the day. So I don't know that I think everyone would probably think, oh, that's like saving the world, but it's what I was able to contribute. And then February 4th, going back here, I have all this stuff written down. Oh, I met with an old friend that night. Seems to be a lot of this going on, a lot of reconnecting with people. And I'm getting some texts, and this one's important. I'll be back. Okay. As I always say, I only get these texts when I'm making these videos. I reconnect with an old friend. She was a girl that I actually went to high school with, and we kind of lost our way a long time ago over something petty and stupid. And you have to understand, I'm 40 years old. I've been out of high school for 20 plus years. So I saw her on Facebook. She always comes up as a suggested friend. I know that you could hit remove and they wouldn't, but I've been debating whether or not to friend her. So I didn't. Instead, I private messaged her, and we engaged in some conversation. And I was like, whatever happened? Like, really? Was it like 20 years later? Was it that big of a deal? Because I was a little bit, I kind of knew the situation. It had to do with, our boyfriends used to play in bands together. It was really kind of stupid, petty old stuff. And she was like, at the time it was larger than life, but, I kind of miss you as a person. So I was able to reconnect with her, and I don't know. It's weird because it is a kind act. I don't know that it's like me going out and buying groceries for somebody, but it is me making a difference in my life every day, whereas I normally wouldn't do this because I'm forced to be accountable and to sit here and think, like, what can I do today? How can I reach out today? What can I do? And these conversations, or having patience with people, or, making up with an old friend, or, I've had a few situations like that. That to me is spreading kindness. It's making you feel good. It's making them feel good. It's, it's expanding your world. and including someone that wasn't in my life for over 20 years that I always wondered about and was hoping that she was okay. So that is it. I've done videos for February 6th and 7th, so I'm officially only a week behind for now until next week. Getting ready for my book signing is taking up a ton of my time, and then I'm doing this other YouTube channel, but I need the help of my friend Will Penley, who he's always available to me. I'm never as available to him, which is stupid because he's so amazing. Anyways, I hope everyone has a great Valentine's Day part 2. Thank you. Have a good day.